Shalom. This is Truth is Everlasting, Lion's Den. I am Yahweh Sop. I camp out with Lion Den, Hawan Ben Yashua in Jacksonville, Florida. But first, I have to give a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the Akims, to the women and children around the world in Paleo Hebrew language. Kau Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ha Rokak Kodash Mahamah. In the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit and holy and in truth. Double honors to the 144,000 chosen elect. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Double honors to the elders of Lion Den's camp. Salutations to the Arkhams on the four corners of the earth. And to the women and children, Shalom. Okay, well, everyday people around the world are waking up. Especially here in America, right? So-called America. It says here, white Americans are crashing out as their reputation is being exposed by Trump. The title of this lesson, I will set the Egyptians against Egyptians. I'm going to play a little bit of it, and then we go into scripture. Here it goes.
Doesn't realize is he's not just damaging America's politics, he's actually damaging white America's reputation around the world, because for centuries black folks have been out here trying to clean up that image. We've been the bridge, right? The reason why people in Africa and the Caribbean and South America and even Europe still gave America a chance, because they saw us. They saw our soul, they saw our music, they saw our forgiveness and our strength, and they said if those people can still love America after everything it's done to them, maybe America isn't all that bad. Black people humanized this country, right? We softened how the world saw white people. Through our grace, through our creativity, and our endurance, we made America look civilized. We made it look like progress was possible. But then Trump came along and he ripped that mask off, right? He's exposing the same hate and the greed and the cruelty that we've been warning about for generations. Now the world sees it, live and unfiltered, the arrogance, the racism, the authoritarianism, all of it on full display. While black people were out here trying to build bridges, Trump's been out here burning them down. While we were trying to heal the image of white America, he's been proving every stereotype right. That power corrupts, that whiteness unchecked turns violent, that America's greatness was built on domination, not democracy. So now the world ain't just looking at us like the victims anymore. They're looking at y'all like the threat. And that's the irony in all of this. For centuries, we've carried the burden of proving America had humanity. Now, Trump's making the world question if it ever did.
Watching Donald Trump literally tear down the White House is very symbolic. A White House that was originally built by black slaves, might I add. For years, the propaganda has been pushed that black people were going to destroy America, that black people were uncivilized, that our culture was literally steeped in destruction. And now we are sitting in real time in 4K watching a white man completely destroy America. But one thing it does do is allows for the propaganda to now be unveiled as the lie that it had always been. But just like the original White House was built by black folks, when they destroy this country as you know it, black folks will be the ones to rebuild and lead the next one.
Jews don't run the world.
Oh.
Freemasons don't run the world. It's much darker
Slacker.
than that.
Give
If
me
you know their
give me a
name, their
minute.
organization.
There you go.
Know it, black folks will be the ones to rebuild and lead the next one.
White Americans are crashing out as DT is come out to expose their reputation in a way they never noticed. When you try to see the way these people, they created this white supremacy, this time around is affecting them deeply. They are crying, they know what to do, they are trying to look at help here and there, and it's already too late. Let's dive into today's episode. Drop your thoughts in the comment section, then we'll come back with more commentaries.
Right, November 1st, 40 million Americans are off SNAP benefits. Ain't no food in the crib. Grocery prices immediately go up. Millions of Americans also lose their health insurance. And as he squeezes us continually, he's anticipating that people are going to go outside and have an adverse reaction. And Trump is anticipating that you white folks are the ones who crash out. Because white folks, I don't know if y'all really get it yet. Some of y'all do, but so many of you do not. That man hates your guts. And while a lot of y'all take glee in how much he hates us, he still hasn't forgiven so many of you for what happened to him in 2020. When he couldn't take that L like an adult and like a man, and he staged a coup. And he spent then the next 4 years campaigning on we must defeat the enemy from within. He wasn't just talking about liberals, leftists, libtards, socialists. He was lumping your asses into that too. And he needs a reaction. Because he hasn't been able to get one from black folk, hasn't been able to get one from the immigrants, the Latin folk. He hasn't been able to get one from the LGBTQ community. He is anticipating that y'all are as sensitive and as soft and as weak as him. And so that y'all go outside and crash out. And sure, he doesn't want really people knowing that he was a little freakazoid with Jeffrey Epstein, but more to the point, he got to get this dictator fantasy off. Because Stephen Miller and all them people behind him know this man ain't meant much more for this world. So we got to get this shit cracking now. Okay? Once again, more unfulfilled promises by Donald Trump, and now he's taking y'all's food away. He hated your guts the entire time. And one way or the other, white folk who still rock with this man, you will have to find out what community is. Because the community is not up top and them billionaires who don't give a fuck about you. It is, whether you like it or not, the people down below who've been telling you what it was the entire time.
Not to take too much of your time, can I just show you this video? This is for my black people, you feel me, my liberals, my Democrats, white people who have actually put in the work to deconstruct the racism that they've been indoctrinated to believe was normal. This video is for you guys. Just watch it. Just watch along with me, please.
I don't support him. I don't like him. I think he's a corrupted leader.
I like these videos.
And yeah, it took me a while to come to that conclusion, but I finally am coming to it. I do not like the guy at all. The first thing for me was he didn't release the Epstein files. They're even acting like they didn't exist. And of course they're sending Israel and Ukraine all of our tax dollars, just like the numbnuts before him did. Putting America last. And now he's blaming the beef farmers for the price of beef. Hey, I'm not biased, man. He talked a good game. He tricked me. I was fooled. I admit it. Okay, now let me tell you how bad I think this is, though. This is really this bad, guys. I want y'all, if you're a Christian, I want you to get into Revelation 13:3, and I want you to read that verse. Yeah, about the Antichrist, about the one who was fatally wounded in the head, then he was miraculously healed, and the whole...
Okay, I'm going to stop it there. But, you know, around the world, the so-called white people, I'm not happy. I'm not even happy that he started a fight with the Iranians, right? They don't want to be involved. They say, hey, you started something without never, you know, talking to the world or to his so-called his own kind, because now they don't want to be his kind no more, right? So something drastic has to happen, will happen. Right, because they keep blaming the president, but also he's a puppet, okay? He's doing what the banksters and what the tiny hats are telling him to do. Bottom line, okay? Not only him, but what they're telling around the world. But a lot of, you know, people in power around the world are not happy the way things, you know, are going, are turning out. I want to go to Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. Give me a minute. And I will set the Egyptians against Egyptians, and they shall fight, every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, cities against cities, and kingdoms against kingdoms. See? So it's just going to get worse, right? The more he keeps oppressing God's people, the so-called Negros, Latinos, and speckled birds, well, the worse it's going to get for the wicked, the Edomites. Verse 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to their idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. Okay? But they're not getting no input, right? All this what they called it, high education. It's not helping them no more, right? And they keep saying that AI is getting smarter and smarter, but it's not solving the problem. You see? It's only going to get worse because it's going to get to the point where they're going to bring in, right, the digital system, which that's what they're pushing for, and then mandate the charagma, the MOTV, right, the chip. Let me go to Isaiah chapter 8, verse 19. And when they shall say unto you, seek unto them that have familiar spirits, and unto wizards that peep, and that muter, should not a people seek unto their God, for the living to the dead, right? Don't take their advice. I don't know why people keep taking their advice saying, well, go to the 501c3 Incorporated Church and pray, right? Or why don't you just, call out the name Jesus and pray, he will help you. Stop listening to the wicked, right? The whole world knows that they are the wicked that the Bible speaks about. Let me go back to Isaiah chapter 19, verse 4. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hands of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them. There goes that president, said Yahushua, Yahushua of hosts, right? Meaning of army. The thing about the wicked, the Edomites, that they're like pretending that they are the ones in control, but it's Yahweh Yahushua who controls the kings. They don't do whatever they want, right? Not even Satan, the devil himself in the heavens, do whatever he wants. He has to do what he is told, or else. Jeremiah chapter 46, start with verse 10. For this is the day of Yahweh's power of hosts, of army, a day of vengeance, that he may avenge him of his adversaries. And the sword shall devour, and it shall be satiate and made drunk with their blood. For Yahweh's power of hosts has a sacrifice in the north. Woo. Country by the river Euphrates, right? So we already know that this is where Yahweh Shah is going to bring all the wicked people in power, the military, to fight Yahweh Shah. Okay, that's how come what's going on over there in Iran for so many years is to set up the wicked that are in power. Okay. Meanwhile, he's keeping Yahushua is keeping them busy over here, having his own people hate him as well. I mean, that is smart. Verse 24, check this out. The daughters of Egypt shall be confounded. She shall be delivered into the hands of the people of the north. See, it's a done deal. Okay? So, it's getting to a point where things are moving so fast, right? That before you know it, World War III will be around the corner. Okay? But even their women are going to be given up, taken away as well. I mean, they took our women away, right? So it's only fair. Give me a minute. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 5. And the waters shall fail from the sea, and the river shall be wasted, and dry up. Hmm? We already know over there in Euphrates, the river over there, has been drying up. But over here as well, because of the database centers that they have not only above ground, but the ones that they have underground. They don't talk too much about that, but there's been videos popping up more and more about it. Okay? So this place, so-called America, is going to become a waste of, dry, and a place that's going to be unlivable. Jeremiah chapter 51, I'll start with verse 1. Thus said Yahushua, behold, I will rise up against Babylon. This is also spiritual Babylon, the second Babylon, and against them that dwells in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind. Woo! Things are getting serious. Verse 2, and will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the days of trouble they shall be against her round about. Yeah. Not only in America roundabout, but around the world roundabout as well. Okay? I mean, they're trying to see how they're gonna implement you call it drafting. People not responding, so they're gonna do something real drastic. This second shutdown is gonna be the cake of all shutdowns. Okay? Verse 6. Flee out of the myth of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of Yahweh's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Yeah, telling our people, hey, repent, get out of the way, right? Don't be trying to save them, the Edomites, when they have worked so hard for so many years, being wicked. They have earned it. They demand the punishment of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? Verse 9, we will have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the sky. Okay? It's you cannot heal this wicked world, this wicked kingdom, or these wicked people. Okay? They're not going to stop. I want to go to jump to verse 36. Give me a minute, I'm looking for it. Therefore, thus said Yahweh, behold, I will plead thy cause, and take vengeance for thee, and I will dry up her sea, and make her spring dry. Okay? He's going to, Yahweh is going to take our plea because we are fed up with the wickedness of this world. Okay? Not only us, but also their own kind. But we are the ones that can pray in the name of Yahweh Shai, and he will listen and hear us and say, okay, let me write those things down that are going on, and, tell Yahweh our Father, because Yahweh Shai doesn't know when he's going to come back, not even the angels, not even us. We don't know he's going to come back. Okay? It's only the Father that knows. Verse 37. And Babylon shall become heap, a dwelling place for dragons, and an astonishment and a hissing without an inhabitant. Unlivable. That's how bad, how ugly. Because, the Edomites have ruined everything. Now with these data centers, they causing more damage to the earth, to the environment, to the animals, to the land, to the water, to the air, to the food, and to the people, right? And we don't know about the data centers around the world, so you can imagine. So I'm going to leave it with, let's start with 19, verse 19. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the foremost of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. Yahweh of hosts of army is his name. Verse 20, and I'll leave it with this. Thou art my battle axe, woo, and weapon of war. For with thee would I break in pieces the nations, and with thee would I destroy kingdoms. And all he did is send us out with the Bible. You see? That's a famine of the word becoming soon. And, you know, they're going to remind the whole world that we are terrorists when we're not. We're just doing the work of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai, because we are the true people of the Bible, the Hebrew Israelites. I hope you find this edifying, and with that I say, Shalom.